Yo, what is going on? Welcome to the Atlas Inc. podcast, episode 2. My name is Brendan.
And I'm Brian.
And we're fourth generation owners and brothers of Atlas Stationers here in downtown Chicago. And we're a fine writing and stationery shop that's been serving you since 1939. Brian, how you feeling?
I'm good. I feel like we're about to turn and like we're just about to go.
Just duke it out?
Yes.
Just duke it out?
Exactly.
Yeah. We had our first podcast, which is now live, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Learned a little bit, changed the setup, and I'm just excited. Last one was really fun.
It was good.
Yeah. It was good. It was good.
I had to throw that in there as we were, getting set up here. You were asking for my opinion. It was good. It was more than good. It was a lot of fun.
Brian's been obsessing over the word good. Over the last 5 minutes as we warm up.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I think that it was neat that we were able to talk for 40 minutes straight. I didn't know we had that in us.
We did, I knew you had that in you. I think you were more surprised that I had it in me.
Yeah.
You definitely have it in you. You could probably go for like 6 hours. So.
24-hour live stream.
Yeah, we do have people asking for that. So I hope you're ready. That is coming 2027. I believe, yeah.
That's maybe like 2030.
2030. Brian's bulletin.
Yeah.
A little bit later, teaser. 24-hour live
stream. Yeah, I swear, if you announce that, I'll be a little upset. I'm not ready for that yet.
Okay.
All right, but in episode 1, we had our pilot episode that launched. We gave an introduction about who we are, what we do, background about Atlas. It only took us 87 years to start a podcast. And I think I'm just really excited to continue the momentum and really go more in depth about the behind the scenes work that we do here.
Yeah, agree. I'm waiting though for somebody to like go back in the archives and find out that Aloysius did like a radio program or something.
Oh shoot, I didn't think about that.
What happens if that's a thing?
Okay, well, 87 years
it most likely to have a video podcast.
Yeah.
Not a radio.
Yeah, I don't think
probably
did they have TVs in 1939?
No, but they had radios. So
they actually might have had TVs.
They might have. I don't know.
I wasn't around back then, so no way for me to know. Yeah, so in that episode, we talked about, like the business license that we had, what Atlas, the business as a whole, started as, our shift into fine writing and stationery, and where we are today. And so the agenda for today's episode is talking about our big trip we just got back from, meetings with vendors, which now is the time of year where we start getting those phone calls set up to lay out the strategy for 2026. And then we've got some fun Hollywood's hot takes and then Brian's bulletin. The amount of events on the schedule for February and March is insane.
Yeah, it's pretty much every week. Let me make sure you have that pulled up because we'll end up going through that. But it's, I think 2 weeks from now, or when this one comes out, there'll be 2 or 3 events that week. There's a lot of fun, exciting things going on, things that we're planning for. Always talking about the sidewalk sale and getting those things ready. So
that's 6 months, 7 months away.
Hopefully my kids tune in. They'll love that.
Yeah. And you know what? I have to ask you.
Yes.
Is late February considered spring?
No, it is winter.
It is winter.
It is winter.
When does spring officially start?
March 1st.
Just so I know.
March 1st is when I determine that spring starts for Atlas.
Yeah. He's the president of the company, which means he knows everything there is to know.
Yeah, I know everything about seasons.
Yes.
Yeah. So March 1st is spring. That's when you're
Somebody needs to fact check that because I actually don't think that's real.
March 1st is spring at Atlas.
Spring at Atlas. Yeah. Because I said February was spring and he was grilling me for it. And I agree, but maybe I'm just tired of the cold.
You agree that you should have been grilled on it? That's what you're saying? Yeah.
I don't think I should have been grilled. I agree that you are correct that February is considered winter, but I just wanted to make sure.
I'm glad you came around.
Yes, lovely. Okay, you guys, if you haven't seen our live streams, every Thursday we do a live order polling stream on TikTok. So when you poll orders live, when you have your order submitted to be polled live, Brian and I will hop on the live stream, walk around the store, I guess grill each other. Some brotherly love.
It's usually
one way. It is
usually.
one way. It is.
And I have a little bit of the power because I can see what the chat is saying.
Yeah, true. I go in blind.
Yeah. You have a hard job with it. I would probably say mine is harder, like trying to filter out what needs to be said to make sure that it's entertaining for everyone. And to make sure that that you're made fun of enough in a single hour-long session.
Look, I don't mind being the entertainment as long as people compliment my outfit.
We're laughing with you.
Yeah, great. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, if you want to join the live order polling stream, when you submit your order on our website, atlasstationers.com, you can leave a note at the checkout screen and just say, hey, pull my order live. And then you can interact with us as we live stream. So pretty neat thing that we do on Thursdays. And I think that that is a cool piece of content that complements our podcast that we're now doing every other Friday.
Yes.
So
yeah, honestly, a lot of where Atlas came from, a lot of the social media ideas that we have, the Discord server that we have, came from those initial live polls.
Yeah.
It was such a big part.
You never knew what you were going to get from it. It birthed so much content.
It did.
I think with the live order polls, the biggest takeaway is as a viewer, you get to see what other customers are ordering.
Yeah.
And so it's a wide range. I mean, as much as it's a lot of $10,000 pens every single order, there are some smaller stationery items, some entry-level pieces. The range is really neat to see. And one of my favorites recently was actually the order that had the 2 new Lamy All-Stars in Flamingo and in Pine. And with these sessions, you do see a lot of new arrivals.
So much of the pen industry in general, because there's new colors that are always coming out. You'll always see the newest stuff on those live polls.
Yeah.
But it does.
That looks good with you.
Yeah. It does. It complements my pine green shirt.
You have enough green going on.
But no, the live polls, they're usually heavily influenced by new arrivals. So you can see all the new products. That's why it works as such a good video.
For us, promotes all the new stuff.
Yeah, we're seeing the newest stuff. But you get to see a lot of things that maybe you didn't know about. One of the things that we started out with was those mystery boxes. Selling mystery boxes of ink.
Inks.
Where you can get 3 or 4 inks. Well, we'll pull them live. It started as something we only do on those TikTok live polls, but it gave you a chance to try things that you might not normally look at. 1,500 colors of inks that we have.
It's a lot.
And we know that you have a better chance of getting struck by lightning and getting eaten by a shark.
We did calculate it one time.
Yeah. So
a mystery box of 4 inks, getting the same 4 inks, or even just 1 ink, in a box that you've already received in a future box was like 1 in like a trillion. So
exactly.
That is a true statement.
You can get eaten by a shark.
Yeah.
Struck by lightning, and win the lottery before you get...
Win the lottery twice.
Win the lottery twice before you get the same box, right?
Yeah.
But it was an opportunity to try new things, new properties, new brands, because it's so easy to find the ones that you like. Maybe you love Pilot inks, and you get every single color, but that was it. You didn't know about all these other brands.
Yeah.
Or you might not know of a new brand that we get into the store, or might be, hot somewhere else.
Because there's inks from all over the world.
Yes, yeah, all over the world. Every continent except for, I think, probably Antarctica. Maybe we should start.
Is there an Antarctica ink brand out there? Somebody let us know in the comments.
We can start one.
Yeah.
Let's go make something there.
Yeah,
so you can use the actual ice like as the base. Melt it down. Yeah.
We might have to omit that from the podcast before someone steals our idea.
Yeah, it's probably going to get trademarked. Pretty soon, copyrighted. But no, it's a great way. That's why blind boxes, mystery boxes in general are so fun, because you get to try things that you don't.
And talk about the value of the box, though.
The value of the box. So how much do we even charge for them?
Like
50 bucks, 60 bucks.
60.
Yeah, you're probably getting inks at worth like 25 to 30% more than what you're paying for. So it ends up being like, let's say you order 4 inks, you're probably paying for 3.
Exactly. I would suggest you get 1 free ink in value with the box.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
So it's always in the customer's favor, but I think that it's cool to take that risk, that leap of faith.
It's always in the customer's favor, especially if you choose to do a battle box.
Yeah.
Where we'll pull the inks live on TikTok.
Yeah.
Or whatever platform we're doing a live pull on at the time. And we go head to head on who's going to pick the best box. And
fight to the death.
Yeah, pretty much. And whoever, depending on what type of mood we're in, I think we've given out like $200 boxes before where we pull the most expensive inks and just try to one-up each other. Who cares about
We learned we were losing money on those real fast because we were too competitive.
Yes.
But it made for good content.
It did make for good content.
Brian's record is, we try to keep an ambiguous record. Brian's probably like won 100 times to my 20, but I think the chat just trolls me.
So what's happened lately is you complained so much about it. Yeah. That you were whining so much on the lives that they're starting like the last like 2.
It's a strategy.
The last 2, I think you won.
Yeah.
And I think they just feel sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for it.
Well, I think we reset the record in 2026. And I'm way ahead of you. Anything that happened before doesn't matter.
Oh.
It's all irrelevant. It's not in the history books. Yep. One part about the battle boxes of ink is that if the customer Brian's representing, if he wins, that customer gets to absorb the inks of my customer who I'm representing.
True.
So it's a win all or lose all. Just joking. That's not the case at all, but
people actually believe
people believe that you get your own inks. Don't worry. If you lose, I know that sucks, but you still get your inks.
Yeah, how did we start the battle box? I don't know.
I think we just
maybe you were tired of like being on camera the whole time and you're like, getting Brian out here. So let's do it together.
Could be.
You were supposed to come up with a theme song for it.
Alex has been working on some tracks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have.
You need something you can insert in there.
Yeah, he wants to come up with some wartime songs.
Are you gonna blast it over the speakers at the store when we do, so that you can actually hear it through?
You know the Halo theme song?
Yes. That's what it's gonna be.
That's not how that. Whoa! That's not what the Halo theme song.
Can you do it again?
Like. No, I'm actually good. Or like a Lord of the Rings like battle song.
I like the battle.
Like when the orcs are walking.
Yeah. You can do battle.
Yeah, try.
Be like something big, loud.
That is exactly what it sounds like.
Isn't that good? That's actually what's going to start playing over the speakers next Thursday.
Yeah, just straight up, just like 8 hours.
You know what's going to be like? Jumanji.
Yeah,
you know, like Jumanji.
I haven't heard of that name in forever.
When they're trying to find the game itself is trying to be found, and you start hearing like the drum beat to get closer and closer. That's what it's going to be.
That movie came out before I was born. Yeah, you're old. You're old. What a pull of a movie. All right, well. Let's move on.
How was our trip?
Yeah, our trip was very unique.
Yeah, so we took the trip to South Carolina. We've been setting this up for a couple months now to go see Jonathan Brooks. So we...
Absolute legend.
Yeah.
G.O.D.
We actually, there we go. I'll say we had a new name for him after seeing him to seeing his entire setup. But we went down with Ken, with Yafa, one of our good friends.
Long-time partner.
Yeah, who's been so instrumental in us getting into pens and us growing.
This is his second mention. He was mentioned in the first podcast. Now he's mentioned in the second one.
He's gonna love.
He's gonna have to start paying us some royalties or something. You know?
I like that. I think we can make that happen. I'll send him an invoice after this one goes live. So we went down with Ken though. To visit Jonathan Brooks.
He was a phenomenal host. Both of them were.
Both of them. So Carolina Pen Company. Jonathan makes a ton of different resin rods, makes his own pens. Yeah. The goal of this trip was to see how the entire process is done.
It's eye-opening.
Yes, because we've done so many projects over the last few years, exclusives, where we choose out different material that he makes, send it off to different pen makers, and do exclusives. So things from 100 pens to 200 pens. But this time, we got to see the behind the scenes, and we got to make our own.
It was not easy.
No.
It was not easy. But it was fun, though. It was very fun.
It was a lot of fun. And I think we learned a lot. And it's amazing, the stuff that he puts together, like the colorways that he does. And then seeing him, like the actual process and how fluid he is. After seeing us do mixing and pouring, I know we'll have some videos coming out showing the entire process that we did.
Yeah.
You got to go first. So you were the guinea pig. So I learned a little bit from you.
Yeah, trying to pour the 2 cups into the mold. Yeah, like it just was so challenging not to spill everywhere.
Yeah, so I didn't just spill. I was mixing resin like back into the other cups.
But there's not necessarily a right or wrong way to do it if you think about it, because that will just add to the design of the rod, which will be turned into.
You're right. That's what I was going for. I was going for something completely unique calculated. That's never been done before in the history of resin making.
Because your pouring was so bad, no one can replicate it.
Yes. So Jonathan makes sure that he notates like all the different ways that he poured that batch, like how much of each color, how quickly how you stirred it and stuff. And I'm sure he calculated the Brian method of pouring resin back into each other's cup. We did have the Brendan method that we'll show a little bit later. We'll tease it a little bit of how you handled stuff. Yes, you spilled so much that we were able to.
I did the squeegee method.
The squeegee method, yeah. So make sure you take a look at that video once it's out.
Well, one thing that I learned is that it's really cool to see how the whole process is, because when you are looking at the final products, so the pens, you're just seeing it and you're not thinking about how it was made. So the pens actually come in rod form, as you see here. And so the whole process is pretty neat. Jonathan had this whole shelf of mica powder, and then also like acrylic paint, I think is what
it's like dyes and things.
Dyes, like pigment dyes or something like that. And basically there's 2 different ingredients, I guess just A and B. Resin A, resin B.
Yeah, they're liquid. You mix them together so that they start to solidify.
Yes, but once you mix them, you have to start a timer because it starts heating up the reaction between the two starts heating up, so and you have like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's time sensitive to make sure you get everything mixed and poured into the forms.
So that was part of the challenge, is once the clock started, you kind of feel this adrenaline.
One of my favorite things is when I can't remember if it was you or Ken, when you were doing your own mix and we were getting close to that 10-minute timer and you're like, oh, are we going to be okay? And Jonathan like had to step in and
that's Ken. That was Ken.
Okay.
That was Ken. I would never do such a thing. Yeah. I will die with whatever mixture I come up with. Okay. And I will fall on that sword till the very end. Oh. And so Jonathan, again, great host, very, very good teacher.
Amazing.
He saw a lot of our inefficiencies.
Yes.
And he just kind of let us do our thing and be like, hey, I'd suggest now it's time to go, or hey, let me step in there. Like, he was very understanding. This was our first time. And then when you see him do it, I could have sworn his eyes were closed.
Well, yeah, he did all these. So, and he could have done it with his eyes. We should have made him do it with a blindfold.
That would have been insane. I bet he would have been better than us.
We got to go back.
But yeah, so going back to the process, to highlight it real quick, and we do plan to upload a vlog video of our trip. But you have the two resin, I guess, liquids.
Yes, we had them in chew. We had them in chew cups. Yeah, they have to be the exact same amount of
225 grams of each liquid. And remember, I accidentally overpoured and did 330 grams, and then Ken did 650. And I was like, bro, that is just, how do you even do that? He like straight up put the bottle vertically and just, I don't know, it was sketch.
He claims you were distracting him.
No, come on. Why am I always the problem? Let's be honest.
Usually it comes down to something that you did.
So you had the mica powder though selected beforehand. Once you start the reaction, let's call it, then you dump in your powder into the cups, and then you mix it real quick. Make sure there's no air bubbles. Use a blowtorch to
that was the coolest part. Like usually we don't let you touch like sharp objects. Definitely nothing with fire. Yeah. So you got to do that. Maybe it's because we're out of state.
Look, the laws in South Carolina
they're different than
the laws here in Illinois.
Like fireworks are allowed there, right?
Yes.
We don't touch fireworks.
You know, we passed by a lot of fireworks shops. That was wild. But basically, you mix the powder in, and then you have this mold. And I didn't know we were supposed to do 12 at once. It was 3 blocks with 4 holes each. Yeah. So 12 total. I thought it was going to be like just one. But the pressure of evenly distributing all the colors.
Especially because you went with the Brendan method on that too. The first one that you did the
horizontal strategy. Yeah. But I was not really told. So like I was the guinea pig, if you will.
Well, it's also because
I crawled so you could run.
Yeah. Okay.
Think about that. Just to give you guys an example. So with these rods, the strategy of pours is very important because you can mix them very, very closely to get more of
the circle star method.
Legit circle star, yes. But you can kind of muddy it and do like what's called the dirty pour, where it's very evenly distributed. Or you can pour it in ways where the color is showing on specific parts of the rod, specific sides. And I think that is really cool that it's not just a free-for-all, pour it all into the tube mold. There's a strategy to it.
Right.
And so for us, I know we were just trying to even it out, but
just get it in.
That was really the name of the game. But then rod mold 1 was like completely filled, and then rod mold like 8 had like halfway. So it was tough.
So like mine had 3 colors. You had the 2 main colors, and then you had that third accent color. Yeah. And well, I'm pretty sure one of my rods, like I used up all of my main colors, so the last rod is just all accent colors.
Well, let's explain this. Oh. So Jonathan was kind enough, and he already shipped out the rods to us. So we got back, today's Friday, we got back to the office on Thursday. He already shipped out the rods because he had to let it cure for at least like 16 hours.
Yeah. So
like pressure cooker. Yeah. So we didn't get to see our final rods. Like, we saw the liquid pour into the mold, and then it just got sealed in the pressure cooker.
So all you can see is the top, like the very top, because the forms are
like this.
The forms are opaque. You can't see through them.
Yeah. But Jonathan shipped it out here, and he sent a couple teaser photos. But one thing we wanted to do, obviously we want to turn those into exclusive projects down the road, but we are going to be selling the rods that we made in a very limited amount, like maybe eight
as pens.
As pens.
So we're going to get them made, and I think we're going to do them as deltas. We're going to send them, I'm pretty sure we're going to send them out to Italy. Yeah. And we're going to turn those into Delta Dunas. Not sure exactly how many pens we'll be able to make out of those. It depends on
If we did 12, we kind of keep
Probably,
some for our records.
We're probably thinking like
6, 7.
Wow. Okay. So maybe 6, 7. Probably closer to 8 of each color.
I think 8.
Yeah.
I think
so
8's
we had
realistic.
seven colors.
Yeah. So we made a total of 84-ish rods. We did 7 mixes.
Yeah.
Started off with all of us for the tutorial one. We all chipped in on the design.
Yeah.
Then you, me, and Ken each made one.
Yes.
I made one for my wife. And then your kids, top viewers of the channel, which in the recap video, we got to show the notes.
Yeah, we'll
but
show
they
the
had some
notes.
good color.
My 2 oldest, Izzy and Cam, had asked them to put together some colors that they wanted, or themes that they wanted.
Yeah.
And so you'll get to see what those are.
So say one of them was themed really thought out. And
one you could definitely tell was done by a 9-year-old boy. And the other one was, you could tell, was somebody that really thought.
Done by a princess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Princess Isabel, which is probably what the pen itself is going to be called.
Yeah.
So all those will get made. The ones that we think are like that we love the most, we're probably going to put them into a mass production, like a bigger exclusive.
Correct.
So not sure, maybe we'll end up doing all 7. Maybe they'll come out all amazing.
Yeah.
But at least
they
a couple.
should. I mean, dude, we're amazing.
Yeah,
we're amazing resin.
No, what did we say we are? We're brilliant. Is that
we're
what we
brilliant.
We're brilliant.
Yes.
We're brilliant. So we'll figure out what we're going to put those on. It could be a Stipula or Conklin, Monteverde, Delta. Maybe another brand that we were talking about a little bit.
Yeah.
That isn't known to do stuff like that before.
Yeah.
So
we're trendsetters.
Yeah.
We are
trendsetters.
And so honestly, so is Jonathan. I mean, you guys.
He is one of the first ones that really got this going in the pen industry. Might be the first that really, like, I don't want to say mass produced because it's all done by hand, but where you start seeing resin at these different pen makers.
Yeah, very colorful, playful mixes.
So out of there's a couple other rods that we have off to the side too. These are all the rods that we picked out that are in front of us, are the ones that we're going to do projects over the next year with.
Correct.
So if you want to, as you're kind of showing off a few of these.
So Jonathan made these, and when we pulled up to his shop, he just had bins of rods, and it was really fun because it was like a kid in a candy shop. We were able just to sort through the bins. And so Brian started sorting.
Hundreds and hundreds
it was insane.
Of unique material. And so while you were doing your first pour, that's when I was going through.
Yeah.
And
he picked out at least like 40 rods before I even looked at one. And I was like, bro.
Yeah. You
got good taste.
I did. Because you might only gotten like 1 out of that. Mine were just exceptionally chosen.
I know for sure I picked these 2.
You picked this one. This one was,
I picked this one
was like
too.
one of your main ones.
This one's called the Black Cherry.
Yeah.
Black Cherry. This one's like a cheesecake. This one is a really nice blue.
Okay.
And I just really like how different they are.
Yeah.
So wait. Whoa, that was crazy. You see that flip action? Oh, one thing we learned too, actually, that was a cool little on-purpose segment lead.
These are indestructible?
Yeah, so basically what we learned is that when working with the timer, you have to actually get a thermometer.
Yes.
And once the mix reaches a certain temperature, that's when you have to make the pour and put it in the pressure cooker. Because if you do it too early, it might be like the rod might be bowed, or it might be too soft. And then that way, when you turn it into a pen, it's more fragile.
Yeah.
And so Jonathan timed, he's been doing this for years, since I think 2009. He understands it all to a T.
So yeah, there's the exact temperature, that target temperature that you're looking for.
I think it's like about 100 to 110.
Yeah. So as soon as you get that poured, you got to get it in that pressure cooker right away.
Yeah.
Watching how quickly he moved. It was impressive.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see all the content that we filmed, to see it, to really show off what the entire experience was.
Yeah.
So those are your favorite. I had 2 that I was really excited about. Like the first 2 that I pulled were these 2.
He's been on a gold run recently.
Gold. I don't know. Yeah. I picked gold for one of the colors that I did. And then this like cream.
Yeah, it's like a coffee latte.
Yeah, I really like that one.
This is sweet.
So everything we've got down here are the ones we picked out for projects. I think we picked out 22. So we got 22 exclusive pens plus the ones that we made.
Yeah.
That are coming. So this is going to go out over the next year or so, spread across multiple brands, but a lot of really
15
cool, exciting things.
We're going to have close to like 30 exclusives over the next
That's just from
couple
these
years.
brands too, because these are the ones that we're doing with just over Delta, Stipula,
Yeah.
Conklin, Monteverde, maybe one or two others.
Yeah.
And then we always have other exclusives.
Yeah. I know we
with
do
some other
a lot
brands.
of like narwhals and things
Yeah,
like that. So,
Mhm.
but anyways, you guys be on the lookout. We'll most likely notify our Discord server members when the pens are made, turned into the Delta Dunas.
Yeah.
And then once we receive them, we'll probably host like a very rare limited sale of like the artist proofs or the prototypes. And then people will have access to the first batch of the resins that we specifically poured.
Right.
And then we'll mass produce some of them.
We'll try to get some feedback, see what ones we like the most, which ones the customers and Discord members like the most, and then see if we can get some more of those made. Some of them, you're probably talking, it'll probably be spring when we can get that initial batch.
They're kind of quick.
Yeah.
It's usually like a week or two to ship them out.
We've already got the rods good to go, so we're going to send them out to Delta, and he turns those things around in like 30 days.
Yeah.
So it'll be quick.
Yeah, shout out to Nino.
Yeah.
Nino is a very fast, high quality pen manufacturer.
Yep.
So excellent. So be on the lookout for this. One more shout out to Ken and Jonathan for hosting us. Very hospitable. Ken, if you're watching this, you cracked us up throughout that whole trip.
It was a blast.
Ken took us to Buc-ee's for the first time. Got a really cool experience seeing a large gas station.
A large gas station.
Yeah. I don't even know if it's considered a gas station, is it?
I don't know. It's more like a supermarket.
It's like a Costco, the Costco of gas stations probably.
Yeah, he was hyping it up like 120 pumps or something.
Yeah.
This is the largest gas station in the world, 120 pumps.
We left, he's like, did you see 95 of those pumps were taken? I was like, I was not paying attention to how many pumps were taken.
He was so excited. We walked around with a shopping cart.
Yeah.
That's how much stuff.
At a gas station.
Yeah. We got a lot of.
Spent more than we
a
probably
lot
needed
of good classics.
Fudge, jerky, Buc-ee's nuts. Energy drinks. I don't know. It was crazy.
You
how
got a
organized
referral
everything
from a
was.
new energy drink person because you're the salesperson in there.
How wild was that? I think he was playing me. It was decent. It wasn't bad. But
am I going to see like a pallet of them show up?
No, I'm on the Aspire train right now.
You're still on Aspire?
Shout out to Aspire. Sponsor us.
These tangents are starting to get out there.
Yeah, we didn't even hit section 1 here.
Let's get back to the real stuff.
Okay, well, people are here to see the entertainment, bro.
Yeah, that's what it is? Okay.
We're the entertainment. This is free entertainment. Let's remind
Should we put it behind a paywall?
I think that'll upset a lot of people, but a lot of people would pay.
Okay.
Don't worry, we won't do that.
Not yet.
At least as of now. Once we build up the viewage count. Let's jump back and talk into our agenda here. Let's talk about some of our meetings that we've had.
Okay.
So at this time of the year, we get a chance to look at the structure of the shop. We get a chance to talk with our vendors to plan out the year.
Yep.
And we had a really good meeting with Esterbrook. So Ryan and Joel flew in from New York, joined us for the day. We talked shop, built out some ideas, some strategies. Yep. And I wanted to discuss what happens during those vendor meetups.
Yeah.
I think people would be interested in hearing the behind the scenes.
Yeah. You want like the real behind the scenes? Or do you want like
the real behind the scenes is we don't do anything.
We just
go out and get food, hang out.
Yeah, do nothing. No, it's an opportunity for us to go back, look, see if we had a successful year, what went well, what didn't go well. They'll sometimes bounce some ideas off of us or us to them.
We're very big yes people.
You want me to say yes? Yeah.
You proved my point.
Yeah. So
nice.
We'll talk to them and say, this worked for us. This maybe didn't work as well for us. Have you thought about doing this? They'll show us new stuff. When they were here, we got to see the newest Esterbrook launch.
You open up that one, I'll open up this one.
This almost rivaled the Coffee Monsters Co. launch from last year.
Which was
how
insane.
Quickly we moved the two pens. So this is the Bestie collection. We had 2 colors, pink and purple, that came, if you bought both of them, as a friend set. You got this Bestie.
An insane amount of stuff.
Yeah, you got ink. What are these? These eye masks or something?
No, these are more pen cases.
Oh, pen cases. Okay.
An eye mask would be kind of sick though.
Yeah.
That'll be a first ever.
Yeah, that's gonna be in the next launch.
Yeah, so it's a pen pouch, like a zipper pouch.
Oh, okay, got it. That was
so
cool.
It's a case.
This launched when we were we didn't actually see the free gifts when we met with them. This set launched when we were on our trip, so we didn't. This is the first time I've opened up the entire set.
And let's let the viewers know that as of the recording of this, it's first batch sold out.
First batch is sold out. We have a restock coming.
Yes.
Fairly generous restock.
He said
It's
within a week, about a week.
So it's
a few
possible
days
by the
ago.
time that this drops, that we'll have that restock in there. But it is going to be something that is available for a little bit of time. It's not like a one and done sold out type of deal that some limited edition pens are that we get.
Yeah, why don't you talk about the restock notifications? 'Cause that's a pretty important
That's a great
resource.
Yes. We carry 1,200 pens, I think, about maybe 1,300 unique pens. That doesn't count the nib sizes. That's just unique brands and colors.
Yeah.
And we don't always have all those in stock. So we have two ways.
It's pretty hard to keep 1,300 pens always in stock.
Yes, it is. And plus, so many of them are made in small batches that it takes time to get things back in stock.
Yeah.
Or we got to get them from overseas. But we have two ways on our website that people can always be in touch with when something comes back. So we have a back in stock button on every item that's not available. You can do that by nib size really by nib size.
I like the variant option because if you're not interested in the extra fine, don't sign up for it.
Yeah,
Interested in the medium, sign up for the medium.
Exactly. So you sign up for the pen nib size that you want. You put your email in there. As soon as we get it back in stock, our system automatically emails you, hey, you asked to be notified when this comes back, and takes you right to that page, and you can purchase it.
Sometimes you have to move super fast because some things will come in and sell right out. And then if that happens, you have to sign up again.
Yes, it's a one and done thing. You don't get to check it again. The other option that we have is our wish list feature, which a lot of people take advantage of.
Yeah.
Every item that we carry, you can add to a wish list. So there's a button on each listing. I think it's also
on the little heart, right?
Yeah, it's also on the search result page, the collection pages, where you can add it to your wish list. It puts everything that you want in a centralized place. It's really important that you utilize that for like a Hobonichi launch, where there's a lot of things that you want that you can quickly add to cart from one screen.
When it's a very limited product launch.
Exactly.
Limited stock.
Exactly. So it's ready to go for you. And you can add it to cart from there. If you add something that's out of stock to your wish list, our system will let you know when it's back in stock.
So the wish list is actually the move.
The wish list is the move, but you have to maintain it. Because let's say that you put an item on the wish list and you buy it and then it goes out of stock. Even as soon as it gets back, you'll get another notification.
I see.
Every time it comes in and out of stock,
actively update it.
Yeah, so you just have to keep track of it.
Unless you want to buy the same product more than once, I guess.
We do recommend doing that, having backups of everything that you can.
I like to have at least 3 of everything that I purchase.
Yeah, well,
one
maybe
for,
you should do like
one for
5.
home, one for office,
one for your car,
one
to travel with in case you lose it, and then you need to have a backup for each one of those. That's fine.
Yeah. So I would have probably bought 5 of these of each
color,
and then I would have gotten 5 sets, and then I would have been good. I would have been set.
5 sets, and you need for pens that come with it. You need ballpoint, roller, pencil.
Well, we did address that in the first episode.
We did. You're right.
That you shouldn't just buy fountain pens. You should buy the matching set.
Yeah, you asked me to recap the last episode, so I'm finding ways to bring in.
That was pretty sharp.
You like that?
I like. That was a smooth referral back to the first episode.
Pretty impressive.
But if you buy each type, you then are on the ins with each clientele group.
Yeah,
fountain pen people don't like the ballpoint people.
So you can be friends with everyone. Yeah. Because we know there's wars out there. There's just battles nonstop between fountain pen and
Remember when you threw my ballpoint pen last episode?
Yeah, did you ever find it?
Yeah.
I threw it so hard.
It was broken.
It went through the wall.
Yeah. So, it left it dead.
Coaching Cam's baseball team, and so I've been working on fundamentals with him, and I've been working on my own fundamentals on how to get that 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
Wow.
So I can be like The Rookie. You ever see that movie, The Rookie?
The Rookie's cool.
Yeah, where he's like 40 years old and he can really throw 95 miles an hour. I got to call it. I'm going to go to a tryout.
I was more so thinking of the movie Benchwarmers when they play against the Little League team.
And the guy's eating sunscreen.
You do remind me of that guy.
Thank you.
No, I was referring to like the adult that that umpire's asking for the birth certificate and he writes I am 10.
It's legit.
In crayon and slips him like a $10 bill.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Okay.
You do look young. I think you could get away with playing, on a team of
a
like
10-year-old, a 10-year baseball team.
Yeah. So
great.
Just don't hit any of the kids because you might actually injure them. But that's cool.
Yeah, it's possible. Okay.
That's really cool. Well, let's go back into the meetings and talk about the purpose of them in the sense that obviously we get to see the new product arrivals, things
Yes.
that are coming out. Like when we met with Ken, we talked about Conklin and Monteverde. We actually got a sneak peek of everything.
Like the whole year, or maybe even into next year. We had a whole binder. There was, I don't even know how many, dozens of new launches that are coming, seeing the materials, the models that they're going to be putting it on.
It's a pretty impressive catalog.
It's really cool. So we get to see that stuff. Esterbrook, we got some sneak peeks on some new launches that are going to be coming that we're really excited about. They're very excited about. They think it's going to be their best year.
Yeah. I like how thought out these manufacturers are with
they have
the timing, the product theme. They're investing
so they
a lot of money up front to have plentiful stock.
They have to pick out their materials and what they're going to put it on. They got to get it made. If they're not the manufacturer themselves, they have to go get it made. So they have to have a good idea how many to produce, and this whole process takes months, years.
And everything they do, they have to, if they're committing to it, they have to be like pretty sure it's going to be a great seller. Otherwise, if a product flops, it could set them back, with the next project.
So there's some pressure to make sure that it's.
We just get the product delivered to us, and we got the easy job.
We got the easy job.
Display it,
not
sell
anymore.
it.
Now that we're expert resin makers. Now we have to take.
Now we understand it a little bit more. I'm glad that I'm an expert after mixing resin one time.
You're brilliant.
I am very.
You're brilliant at mixing colors.
Brilliant, Brendan. Brilliant, Brian.
Oh, BB.
Wow.
B squared.
Oh. Well, with these strategies that we're discussing with our vendors, I think it's also cool that they are committed to hopping on flights to just come see us, check in on us, flying us out to places, spending hours on a Zoom call just to touch base, because they also just want to check in with us. As you mentioned earlier, like what's working, what's not. What are your honest thoughts about this product? Should we keep going in this direction?
I think the answer, by the way, on that one, anything pink and purple in particular. That's why this is. That's coming.
Yes. All in.
Purple is so big. So I think purple is going to reorder a million times. And I want to touch it a little bit too, because what you just said about them taking time to come see us or taking time to come to do events with us. We're very lucky that we have such great partnerships with our vendors.
I agree.
Headline like right now with Esterbrook, Kenro Industries, who owns Esterbrook or makes Esterbrook. Yafa, who is one of our oldest friends in the pen world. They've got so many different brands. We're very lucky to have that opportunity to have that, to be face to face with them. And
we lean on our vendors a lot, as we hope they do us as well. It's a great relationship where we're able to be honest. And I mean, I rarely ever don't like a product. But maybe like an ink color could have a little bit more shade of blue, or the packaging could look a little bit different. We'll convey that in these meetings, because I think it's wrong if we just say, that's dope. That's the best pen ever made. This is sick. And a lot of times that does happen because the product is really cool.
Usually they're right on track. And when one of the other themes that I'm sure will come out throughout the rest of this year is just you trying to convince everyone to give you a Hollywood, change it to Hollywood. Change it to Brendan's pen.
Everything should be themed around me.
I agree with that. And that's been a big theme of what we've been trying to do this year with our vendors. Make sure that they cater everything to you.
If I'm not happy, they'll know.
Definitely. So that's good.
But I really appreciate the relationship we have, and it's a two-way street. We talk about this all the time. I'm sure a lot of people wonder what goes on in our days, and it's just a lot of talking, a lot of like, hey, we'll scratch your back, you scratch ours, and
RuneScape.
There's a little bit of RuneScape talk, fantasy football talk. There's a good amount of non-work related things happening in our office,
but it all gets you in the right mindset. To slang pens.
I gotta be happy, and I've got to just make sure that the mindset is pristine.
I've got a note on my desk that says "Keep Hollywood happy." So I don't think I put that on my desk.
No. Did you really do? I was like, I didn't put that there. So I am allowed 3 hours of video game time every day at the office, and then I'm allowed to watch TV for 2 hours every day. So my 8-hour day goes by pretty quickly.
You gotta have a lunch too.
Well, I take a lunch and dinner here as well. So and a snack in between. So really, I get a lot accomplished every day. It's a lot of hard work. So and I make time for this guy too. Don't worry, make time for him.
Of course.
All right, so we met with Esterbrook. We met with Conklin, Ken, Yafa. And we have some pretty exciting calls coming up with a few brands next week as we get situated.
Yeah,
back
potentially
here.
2 new brands that we've been having a lot of people ask about. So not sure how quickly, if we're able to move forward, how quickly things will take place where maybe there will be an announcement around the time of this launch, or at least we can tease what we're doing.
Yeah.
But
sometimes it moves very fast.
Very
sometimes
quickly.
There's certain things to figure out.
Yeah, the 2 brands,
import and stuff, things like that.
The 2 brands that we're going to be meeting with in the coming days is some that we've been talking about for a while.
Yeah, a couple of years.
Just trying to make it.
Off.
Yeah, sometimes it's easier to get something done. Sometimes it takes a little bit harder depending on what the price point is, what our knowledge of the brand is, how if something we have to import ourselves or we have to pick
what type
ourselves
of financial investment is involved in cataloging an appropriate amount.
Yeah.
It's a lot that it's not just, okay, the product's here. It's a lot of understanding the goal of the brand, the direction we want to move in.
We have to make sure it fits. We have to make sure we fit them. That's a big part of it too.
We want to be just as good of a partner, as I mentioned earlier, as our vendors are to us.
Yeah. So we have some fun, exciting things with a couple new brands potentially. We have meetings with a lot of our existing brands, pretty much everyone.
Don't name them. I feel like you're...
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, I feel like you're getting close to leaking that info.
Not this time. Not this time. I know that I'll let some secrets out here and there, but I'm sealed.
Okay, good.
Time.
I have to share the story that we spoke about with Ken on the trip of our dad. When Brian and I and our dad, I think it's just a Schmidt thing. We like to, when we're really excited about a product launch or new brand arrival, if it's our own secret to keep, we sometimes jump the gun and get very excited. If it's somebody else's secret, you won't hear a peep because we're from Chicago. The point is sometimes we'll jump the gun and it's just out of pure excitement, right?
Yeah.
And it's information that, we're choosing to withhold ourselves. But, showing off these rods, we're 2 days back and we just literally showed 10 projects that we're working on.
All the exclusives that we're launching. Yeah, we probably shouldn't have done that. But
yeah, it's okay. That's the fun of it.
Yeah.
It's the behind the scenes type of action.
Sure.
But we were in New York because we were attending Shop Object and
about a year ago.
Yeah, last year.
This time this year.
We were right outside the Peniter shop, the front door.
Mm-hmm.
And Brian, our dad Don, and myself, we were talking and Brian and I said, okay, no one tell them we're from Atlas Stationers because don't tell them we own a pen and stationery shop for 86 years at the time because we wanted to go in there blind and just get the experience.
Yeah.
And so we all agreed, okay, well, we're not going to do that. It's perfect. Let's go get the experience.
Yeah.
Brian and I walk in right behind our dad. He goes and talks to the sales rep.
It might have been
associate.
the store manager or
yeah,
something.
whomever it was. Yeah. Brian and I then went to look at some of the displays. Oh, this is cool. This is neat. We already pretty much knew all about the products.
And we carry it.
Yeah, we carry Peniter.
We've had Peniter for a number of years. Yeah.
And so within 30 seconds, we already see our dad getting the business card out of his pocket saying, yeah, we own a fine writing and stationery shop in Chicago. And I knew that was going to happen. And we were going to put it over under 1 minute.
Yeah.
And we all were in agreement. And then within, I kid you not,
it was.
It's almost as if he walked in there, didn't even say hello, said, we own a pen shop.
That's exactly what it was.
I was come on, Dad. Now they might treat us differently in the way.
You wouldn't get the experience of just them not knowing.
No, I don't know if they knew who Atlas was or
it has
what
nothing
we
to do
were.
with Atlas, just the fact that you know.
Exactly.
You know your stuff
exactly.
a little bit, or at least we think we do.
I want to be sold stuff. I want to see how
there was a lot of things in there that are unique to them. And so that was the
flagship store.
Exactly. So
yeah.
So we gave him a good hard time
that
right after that.
So funny. And he's like, what do you want me to do?
I had no option.
Just don't say anything.
I had to tell them.
It's because we're just excited to share who we are, what we do, and as you can tell, secrets with our own type of information, they tend to be released earlier than anticipated, which is not a bad thing though.
Join the Discord if you want.
The Discord has a lot of spoilers.
Yeah.
A lot of spoilers.
There's a whole spoiler section on there.
So I thought that was just a fun story to share.
It was.
But yeah, great meetings with the vendors. We've got a big year planned out for 2026. A lot of events coming up and a lot of great product being released.
Yeah.
The Esty Bestie was very successful. The Lamy All-Star Pine Green and Flamingo has already found a ton of success as well.
Yep.
And I'm just really excited. Just every year, it seems like there's new things trending. There's new product types being released. And it just really helps us build our overall catalog.
Yeah.
Which is really
neat.
neat.
And what makes this year even more exciting for us is we've done pens for 6 years. And then we always get to see the new pens and new colors that come out. But now that we're so ingrained in stationery with stickers and all these other
ton of stickers,
washi tapes and all these other brands, that we're getting to see that part of it too.
Yeah.
And get to bring a whole bunch of new stuff like spring collections, summer collections. And so it's more than just the pens now for us. Like we're planning all these other launches
it's a ton.
as well this year.
It's a big umbrella with so many different product types.
Yes.
And speaking of the stationary items, I thought it would be really cool to answer a question or two from people who comment on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Now, obviously, we are just launching at the time of this recording. We're actually seeing how the first podcast is doing, but we get comments all the time on Instagram, TikTok, Discord, just people asking questions. And so I pulled the Discord server asking the members what type of content would they like to see on our podcast.
Okay.
And one of them was talking about, what do we think of the washi tape craze? And I just want to say, I think the journaling products are very in right now. I think the stationery hobby is growing very quickly.
Yeah.
Quicker than the fine writing world, which is still big in its own. But I think the stationery world is just evolving and blowing up quickly.
Yeah.
And the washi tape craze has just been insane.
Yeah. We was meeting with our retail team this morning because we're expanding the washi tape selection again.
There's never enough space for the washi.
Because we added 4 feet of washi tape space 2 weeks ago. We're adding another 4 feet of washi tape space.
Crazy.
It'll probably be done by the time we finish up recording this, and we'll be able to go downstairs and see it.
Yeah.
But we're gonna end up, we'll probably have like 1,000 different washi tapes, maybe more.
And it all sells, especially the new tapes that come in under new arrivals. It's all sold out.
Every few weeks, we go through our current assortment of products across the entire business to see what's selling, what's not, so that we can fine tune our assortment, make sure that we're not overstocked on anything.
You got to keep it fresh.
Exactly. And so when we do that with specifically washi tapes and stickers, like there's never anything to close out. It's just all,
I can't believe it.
Moves, which
all
is
different designs too.
And it's spread out over a lot of different designs, different themes, and everyone just eats it up. It's so cool to see.
I look at it this way. So like the buying trends of pens versus items such as washi tape.
Yeah.
You know, with pens, there's a wide range. You can start at like $4 all the way up to $10,000.
Yeah.
If you're just getting started in this hobby, we suggest bypassing the entry level, $10 pens. Go straight for the $10,000 pens because you're going to work your way up anyways. And life is all about saving time.
Just
so save yourself time and just start at the top.
Yeah.
So first off,
that's a good life.
Yeah.
Like just
if it's inevitable, you might as well just
a good
start
life
way up
lesson.
here.
Yeah.
But with the washi tape, it kind of hovers around that $5 price point.
Yeah, $4 to like $7.
Yeah, I thought you were about to hit me with the 6, 7 again.
I wasn't quick enough on that. I blew that one.
So let's say on average $5.
Yeah.
When new designs come out, you hypothetically can spend $5 more frequently than, let's say, $500 on a pen. Yeah. So people's washi tape collections are growing very quickly, and they're getting a whole bunch of different designs. And the functionality of the tape is really unique because, with the pen, you pretty much just write with it unless you
you can write, draw.
Yeah. Well, write, draw. I mean,
you can juggle them.
Juggling.
Man, you have a video.
Juggling's pretty cool. That was like Peniters? 2018, bro. That's a big pull from the past. Yeah, I was opening this up like thinking I could come up with something else that the pens are used for.
Are you going to show us how to juggle with nibs out?
Yeah, that's dangerous. Wow, okay.
Should we play darts? But like with our hand up there? Is that what we're going to try?
These are technically metal tips.
Yeah.
So it's legit, some dart action.
Okay.
Let's put a disclaimer there. Use pens as darts at your own risk. We're not responsible for injuries.
I didn't suggest to do it. Just for you and me to do it. I wasn't telling anyone else to do it.
Oh, okay.
So, but you can keep that disclaimer up.
Yeah, it's a disclaimer for the whole video. Yeah. You probably shouldn't ever do anything we tell you to do.
Yeah, except for spend a lot of money on pens.
Spend all of your money at Atlas Stationers.
Yes, there you go. That's a good life lesson too.
But with the washi tape, point is that you can use it to hang up stuff. You can use it on like whiteboards to outline tables. You can use it in your books, and I think it's really neat that people are finding creative ways to use the product. Yeah. Because I would look at a washi tape and I'm like, how are people going to go through 10 washi tapes so quickly if they're just using it in their journals? But they're using it for other things.
There's so many different things that you can use it on. We've asked for people to send us their pen collections, like take pictures, show us what you've got. Maybe we
Yeah.
should see if we can get some washi tape collections.
Yeah.
Like
And
who's
how
got,
many?
yeah, like how many you have, who's got the most impressive setup, like what are you
Yeah.
using? Are you
Like
using drawers?
spools,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Because like we have some products, like Galen Leather has that product for washi
The
tape.
dispenser.
Yeah, the one that I think it can hold like 10.
Holds a lot. It's the
Yeah.
rod and it looks like a big tape dispenser.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
So
that
like,
was neat.
see some cool setups.
Yeah.
We talked earlier about the TikTok live polls.
Yeah.
And why that's such a cool thing because you get to see what other people are doing.
Yeah.
I'd love to see how other people are using washi tape.
Yeah.
How you're
We need
using it or
to-
how you're...
We need to also throw another disclaimer out.
Oh, okay.
People on TikTok know that I don't pull washi tapes. People are getting slick and they try to order a bunch of washi tapes just to mess with me.
Yeah.
So I have some off-stream help to pull those ahead of time.
The way for people to get around that
Yeah.
is if sometimes we have enough time, you place an order while we're live
I don't have a choice.
and you put
Yeah.
on a whole bunch of washi
Yeah.
tapes asking for live pull.
Yeah.
And then you chat in the live stream that, hey, I placed order,
Yeah.
whatever.
Then I'm bounded.
Then you
like I'm
have-
like
you
legally bounded
Yeah,
to pull it
that
on
is
the live
how
stream.
they get around it.
Yeah. So I will say that the
I
real.
just want to say I'm always looking out for the viewer.
Yeah. You should.
Yeah.
You should.
Always.
That's good business, man.
Yeah.
So I will say another pitch here is that I don't like pulling 10,000 pens.
You
So-
don't like getting up on the ladder. We have all
Yeah.
the high-end pens up.
Called a ladder
We
pull.
call it a ladder pull.
Yeah.
And we have a ladder chant.
Yeah.
Ladder. And so you get the ladder pull. So
Yeah.
you hate getting up on that
Yeah,
ladder.
I don't like doing it.
I would love to
So
see-
I'll do it for
Let's see
people.
if
though.
somebody can get like 5 ladder pulls in
Yeah.
a single order.
Yeah, that just reminded me of in The Dark Knight Rises when Bruce Wayne is like stuck in that prison
Yeah.
and like he's climbing to make
Yes,
the jump
and
and
they're
everyone's chanting. Yeah, that's what that
Can we
reminded me
make
of.
that?
Yeah.
Can we go
so-
find a pit to have you climb out of?
Yeah, yeah. No, well, no, no.
You're a yes man. I thought we
yeah,
were both yes men.
yes at first, and I could switch to no.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, ladder pulls, good. Washi tape pulls, I'll do it. But
Yeah.
$10,000 pulls, the best.
Okay.
Bro, give me a drum roll because it's time for Hollywood's hot take. Dun, dun, dun! My hot take is going to be very, very hot today. My hot take for today's episode is that you are not too cool for Shimmer inks. Now, let me explain. There's a lot of people out there that only like using black ink, blue ink, like green, red, whatever it might be. And they're like, well, I think the Shimmer ink won't work in my pen.
Yeah.
Whatever the situation is, I'm here to tell you that you can use Shimmer ink in almost any type of pen. It's not just for certain colors. It's not too feminine. It can be used in all sorts of variety. And let me give you some examples.
Okay.
Back a few years ago, when we started seeing a big rise in Shimmer inks, we noticed that it came in a lot of like pink with gold or purple, turquoise.
Sure.
But now there's inks out there that are like gray with silver shimmer, black with gold shimmer. Some shimmer levels are a lot higher in certain brands than others. So you can find
Sorry,
it.
I'm going to throw you off completely.
Yeah.
This is going to be a tangent. Gray with silver shimmer. Have we done that? That
Well,
would be really cool.
yeah.
Do we have one of those?
No, maybe.
Is that going to be our next ink?
I actually have a gray with blue shimmer or blue with gray shimmer coming with Robert Oster.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, bookmark
Sorry.
it.
Yeah.
Mental note.
Hopefully you can get back to where you were.
Yeah, I don't know,
completely
dude.
threw
I gotta
you
be
off.
honest.
Yeah.
I got to a good
I
place.
should have written it down, but we don't really.
Yeah,
write
you should
things
take
down.
notes.
We don't write.
You
things
can
down.
take notes during the podcast
Gray.
about selling items that you use to take notes with.
What are we gonna call that?
Gray with silver. Okay.
Gray with silver.
All right. Well, if
Sorry.
this makes the video, chat, what should we name our newest exclusive ink that's going to be gray with silver shimmer that I just thought of?
Yeah.
I'm a genius.
You just like unprompted. You
Yeah,
just threw
that's
that
called-
out with- weren't even thinking.
Yeah, that's called Hollywood New Product Force.
You're
I
all
just-
about the force. You got the ink force.
Yeah,
where
and just
you're,
like-
you're able to.
the chip
to-
force at Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But we had the pen force in our live poll yesterday.
Yes.
Where
That was special.
I can summon
That was special.
the pen boxes to be pushed out.
I just can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
That actually was freaky.
Watch the live poll. What day was it? From February 5th?
February 5th.
Yeah, watch that live poll, everyone. February 5th
Yeah,
live poll.
some really freaky
Yeah.
Atlas ghost type of stuff was going on.
Not sure if this is how we intended Hollywood's hot takes to
Yeah.
evolve
Yeah.
into
No.
rambling about
No.
random stuff from your
Rabble.
Okay.
Anyways, back to the hot take.
Yeah.
I get people on our socials or in the forums. They say the Shimmer ink messes up with my pen nib, or
Yeah.
they feel that like the colors aren't for them. But what I was getting at is now as the evolution of ink trends keeps going, you're able to find ink that has a lot of shimmer or very little shimmer. You can do like black ink with a color shimmer if you like using black. And ultimately, yes, the shimmer can clog your pens, but just don't be lazy. You can clean it out. Don't
is that your
be
hot take?
lazy.
Is that hot take 2 from this video? I guess it's not much of a hot take.
No, it might be like hot take 5.
Hot take 17.
Hot take 6. We're so immature.
Yeah, we're like 6.
You have kids, so I understand that. I don't have kids, so this is really bad on my part.
You do have a dog.
Yeah, I do have a schnauzer who's about 8 years old.
Okay.
She's my whole life.
Yeah.
Shout out Winnie.
She
Love
was
that girl.
6'7".
She was 6'7" a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But the point is that I really encourage everyone to go out there and look at shimmer inks, because I think when people read something on a forum, they get discouraged. And one person might be like, this ink clogs my pen. And then all these other people will read it like, yeah, I'm never trying that.
So maybe your hot take, my hot take number 1 is ignore everyone else. Only listen to Hollywood and what he says about shimmer.
Yes, very true.
Inks.
Very true.
Get them all. Collect them all. Call back to episode 1. Pokemon, got to collect them all.
Got to collect them all.
Yeah.
Wow. What a pop culture
like
reference. That? Yeah. I can't believe you dug that deep. You've been digging deep today. I'm shocked. For me, I've used shimmer inks and I've accidentally left it in my pen unattended for quite some time.
Because you were lazy?
I was lazy. Yeah, I was a lazy person. But the point is, I just flushed it out deeply, got some like Monteverde pen flush and got it back into action. And as long as you're maintaining it, like I actually suggest you should clean out your pen before you fill it up again, even if it's with the same ink. The more you maintain something, the better the experience. We're gonna now go into your segment.
My segment.
Brian's, oh wait, you announce it.
No, you announce it because it's like Brian's bulletin of Brian's favorite things.
Brian's bulletin, where Brian talks about the bulletin of items on his bulletin spoken by Brian.
There we go.
There's a drum roll for you. So Brian's bulletin, what do you got?
Is that going to be recorded so that we can replay that every single time?
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to remember that sequence.
Yeah, okay. Or you can just do a variation of it. But back to Brian's bulletin, we have a ton of events. On our first initial podcast, we talked about a lot of the bigger upcoming events that we have, like our
in the spring.
Oh, wait. 2026.
Wait, and late winter.
Yeah, well, I was talking about the biggest events. Always lead off. We got our Chicago Pen Show and our Sidewalk Sale 39, a stationery festival that are coming in May for Chicago Pen Show, or April 30th, I think. And then August 13th and 14th for the Sidewalk Sale.
It's going to be huge.
Big initiative that we've talked about quite a bit on different social media platforms and in our first podcast, but we're doing a lot of events at our retail store.
Yes.
In-person events, workshops. And so we've got more to announce that are going live right now that are going to be going on in February and March, which I have here. And I'll let you talk about them because you are part of the
event guy.
I'm
the event guy. What can I say?
The event guy. So first up.
Wait, what's that event about? I'm just joking. I was going
to say, we're going to have to pull somebody else in here because...
All right. So, let's preface by saying that we have some excellent team members that have taken initiative to host these bi-weekly events. So there's workshops going on in our space up here, and then there's free meetups that are going on downstairs. We're trying to have a free meetup like every week to every other week on the weekends at the PlayStation.
I think we have a lot of them coming up on Sundays that are going to be going on. So we'll have some announcements on what those are going to be and where we're actually going to be able to see those. Yeah. Right now, we do have an events page on our website, atlasstationers.com.
/events.
Or if you don't know what a backslash is, because I get them mixed up, there is a header that says events. We have events. Click on events, and it goes through. We'll talk a little bit about the Leonardo event that we have coming up.
It's going to be big.
Yeah, so we have Leonardo, we have Salvatore and Clarissa from Leonardo coming out February 28th.
Yeah, it's coming up quickly, by the way.
Yeah, it's what was that? 4 weeks, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
3 weeks.
3 weeks and some change.
So they're going to be coming. We have a huge order that's in-house every week.
Holy cow.
Holy cow. Whoa.
I don't know why they cracked
Holy cow. Okay. So.
You put such a big emphasis on holy cow. It's an emphasizing type of thing.
It's a holy cow moment.
It's a holy cow event.
This has never happened before. We've never had Salvatore here.
Oh, dude. I don't know why you cracked me up. I got to lock back in.
Lock in. Hey, focus.
All right, I'm dialed in.
So we have a ton of events.
I'm just going to close my eyes.
Gosh. Okay, good. I'll just talk to the camera. Lots and lots of pens, unique finishes, special resins, one-off models, things that you can't find anywhere. We also have a huge assortment in transit to us, a restock with some new products, new pens that are coming. So that's part of the Leonardo event, February 28th. Make sure it's a free event. Well,
I gotta chill.
Are we still rolling, or are we gonna cut this?
when you said "holy cow," it reminded me of Wedding Crashers when they're like, "Holy shirt and pants."
Holy shirt and pants. All right.
You gotta go watch Wedding Crashers.
I guess I got some homework to do.
Okay.
Oh
gosh.
Let's
okay.
get back.
Yeah, I'm locking in.
Leonardo event. It's a free event.
Yeah.
You just gotta buy pens. Like we're
at least 5 pens.
At least 5. Well,
yeah.
5 of each type.
Yeah.
With ballpoints. They have ballpoints too. So you'd be expecting to walk away with 10, 15, 20, 50 pens.
Yeah.
When you're there. One that was just announced though, after the Leonardo event, Hobonichi.
Yeah. I'm so excited for that too.
We have a Hobonichi meetup.
Yeah.
So the team from Hobonichi is going to be here middle of March.
March 11th.
March 11th. Yes. So let me pull that up. There it is. Hobonichi Caravan meetup event.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So there's going to be, if you want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
So there's going to be an opportunity to get a more private event.
Yeah.
Than a bigger, larger like community event.
Yes. So first, they're flying all the way in from Japan to be here in Chicago, which is really exciting. And the whole idea is they like to talk to the users of their products. So there's going to be 2 private sessions, which are happening here at Atlas.
Yeah.
You can go to our events page, as you mentioned. There's a link to apply, and then they'll let you know if you are being admitted into the private session.
There's going to be there's going to be more people that apply for it than are able to get in.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we just have limited space, limited time, and it's a very...
But they want to do it in as or as fair of a way as possible.
Exactly. So it's not first come, first serve. It's kind of like
it's application process.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, there's going to be 2 private sessions where a limited amount of people in each session will have access to talk to the team and show off how they're using their products, the Hobonichi, planners, the techos, all that good stuff. And then in the afternoon, once the private sessions end from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time, it's going to be an open session where anyone can come into the shop and talk to the Hobonichi team, let them know how you're using your products, etc. So we wanted to make sure that it wasn't just private sessions, because we already knew that people go crazy for Hobonichi and that they'd get hundreds of applicants. So we wanted to try to make the team accessible as well. So 2 hours at the end of the day to come in and meet them in a public environment. But one thing to know, our shop is still completely open even during the private sessions. So make sure you stop by. Our whole store will still be open for everyone to
and it's
shop.
free.
It's free.
So,
free. Yeah. I think that.
But you buy 15 pens at the Leonardo event, 10 Hobonichis.
Yeah. So you spend $3,000 to attend the free events.
Yeah. There you go.
Good.
That's fair. Holy
Perfect.
cow.
Oh,
That's
stop
exciting.
it. Stop it. Stop it.
Is that how I'm going to start every one of these bulletins?
Stop it. So yeah, you guys, there's events happening all the time. As we mentioned, there's big in-store events. There's meetups taking place on the weekends in our retail store. There's workshops happening up here in our office space and our workshop environments. And
I want to say one thing, because we talked about it on our live poll yesterday. There's impromptu meetup events that we've been seeing. Customers where they will get together with their friends and meet up at Atlas. So take advantage of that too. We have a large store. We have a large tester table that can hold like 10 people.
Absolutely.
Right? So we love to see people taking the time to meet up at our store, whether it is people on vacation or in different neighborhoods of the city or your next door neighbors.
From pen clubs,
it's
Discord
great.
groups.
Yeah, and you don't need you don't need anything.
Just stop by.
Come by when the store's open and take advantage. It's such a special, unique place that we want to have it available to everyone. It's a spot that you can hang out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what we designed it for.
Yeah. Hey, meet me at Atlas.
Yeah.
That's a sweet,
that can be another sticker.
Phrase.
We got like 5 stickers. I need to start writing these down.
Yeah.
Just meet me at
He
Atlas.
just discovered he can write during the podcast, so good stuff.
What's that other one? What's that like 10-sentence sticker that we got to make? The disclaimer.
Just a 4-foot sticker with 1 sentence of the disclaimer. So
okay, I got it.
the people watching this don't think we'll actually turn this stuff into products.
Well, we did turn Vampire Pigeon.
Yeah, they're wrong. They have no
into
idea.
an ink.
Go back and watch every single video we've ever posted for the last 3 years until you find.
Should we make somebody comment below on the exact day,
What day
that Vampire
and
Pigeon was
platform.
born? the time, what video, and link back to the video.
Beautiful. I will legit give that person a $25 Atlas gift card.
Whoa.
If they do that. So
are we allowed to do that?
Can you give out prizes on a podcast?
Yeah, in our Atlas bylaws, are we allowed? When we took ownership,
seems like we're writing the bylaws down as we go.
Gift cards, given at will.
You guys, that's going to do it for episode 2 of our podcast. Thank you so much for joining. Please like and subscribe. We're super thrilled to be here, and we're excited to continue talking about the business, all the happenings, the behind the scenes. And do you have anything you want to say besides holy cow?
Maybe I just have to say holy cow to end every one of these videos now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What it's going to be?
It's pretty cool.
So, all right.
All right. You guys know the drill. Stay smooth. Peace.